Hello, everyone, and welcome to Angel Healing House, and welcome to the 216th episode of Walk In Angel Ariel's Weekly Wisdom for this upcoming week of July 6th through July 12th, 2025. My name is Claire Candy Hoff, and my name is also Angel Ariel, as I had an angelic walk-in experience on January 11th of 2003, which I write about in my award-winning #1 Amazon International bestseller, I Am an Angelic Walk-In, the autobiography of Angel Ariel. I'd like to thank everyone who has liked and shared, subscribed, recommended this motivational and inspirational channel. And if you become a subscriber, it's absolutely free, and you will receive notification when I upload new videos. I'd also like to thank those people who have made generous donations for my free content. If you would like to donate, I have left my PayPal link along with all of the contact details for my remarkable business, Angel Healing House, in the description box down below. Now, here on Walk In Angel Ariel's Weekly Wisdom, we do pull tarot cards and runes and Lenormand cards and sometimes oracle cards, but we always first look into the astrological heavens to see what planetary and celestial energies will be affecting us. Now, right off the bat, this new month of July has offered us a magical gateway to step through. This first week brought us the sun aligning with Sirius, Sirius, which is known as our spiritual sun. With the sun amplifying Sirius's high frequency energies, that will help us detach from the old version of ourselves, and by now carrying higher dimensional frequencies, it can spark us into new ways of being, new ideas, and concepts within us. Now, the posse of angels, my angelic family, who I am part of as Angel Ariel, we're sharing that these ideas will be the precursors that will set the wheels in motion. Then for the beautifully spirit directed and orchestrated new connections we'll be making, bringing new offers and new opportunities to utilize these brand new ideas and concepts. Now, this is opening us up to a wonderful time for innovation and thinking outside of the box and considering doing things that we never ever thought of before. Now, in ancient Egypt, Sirius was thought to be the star of Isis, who was the ruler of death and rebirth, and Anubis, the jackal-headed god who was able to go between the world of the dead and of the living. With Sirius bringing spiritual awakening, then our reality has to energetically change in order to match our inner transformation, and our external world shifts and changes to match its higher dimensional frequencies. For many in the collective, this time will hold the energy of freedom, and it will give us a newfound sense of liberation to release former limitations and to now express and be our authentic selves. What a great energy to start this new month. Then on July 7th, we have one of the most influential dates of the year. We have Uranus, the planet of innovation, changes, and yes, sometimes disruptions, moving its way into the sign of Gemini. And Gemini is all about ideas and connections, and this combination has the possibility of bringing unexpected changes in the way we communicate and in the way we think. There may be a surge in many to embrace new, again, unconventional ideas, but there is that sun in Sirius energy that we just mentioned. Uranus in Gemini may also bring about innovations in communications, technology, like all forms of media, including social media. Some of the ways that this could show up in our lives could be in surprise, unexpected career opportunities and offers, and for some, leadership offers showing up in our lives. stepping into new identities, new, bold, self assured, confident partnerships, which are coming in for many in the collective. Now, the Posse of Angels and I have been sharing that many in the collective will be reuniting with the people that they previously connected with in Atlantean times when they tried to bring about a golden age on the planet. And we are being reunited again, once again, to collaborate and create together to bring yet another golden age to planet Earth. And with all of this wish fulfillment energy, what better energy to show up for us than July 10th's full buck moon in Capricorn? Now, the reference to it being a buck moon signifies that the deer is fully grown and thus mature enough to reflect seriously upon their goals and ambitions. Assigned Capricorn full moons want to get things done as they are so achievement oriented and well known for their discipline, their diligence, their work efforts, and their responsibility. If you want something done, give it to a Capricorn. This mature reflection may see many in the collective making changes to their long term strategies when it comes to their careers. This is aligning our emotions to achieving success and material security. And this full moon is giving us the opportunity to release any blockages related to our work. The very essence of July, everyone, will be sacred as we will be entering a time of our soul's remembrance and will be coming home to ourselves. But this is like no home we've ever known before because this alignment with our divine God essence is within us. Along with the Sirius Gateway, we will have 3 retrogrades in July. We'll have Neptune, we'll have Saturn, and we'll have Mercury, which will take us within. All of those retrogrades are taking us away from the external into our energies within to remember our former mastery, our God, Goddess, High Priestess, Priest lives, and to deeply connect and embrace our energy when many of us lived important times, especially in Atlantis and its offshoot civilization, Egypt. This remembrance and reconnection is an important part of building a divine foundation again for the creation of the golden age on planet Earth. And the Posse of Angels is giving us a heads up that with Mercury retrograde looming on the horizon, on June 29th, we entered its pre-shadow phase. Now, it doesn't station direct until July 17th, but there is that window beforehand, 10 days to 2 weeks, of its pre-shadow phase when things start to slow down. This could be experienced as delayed messages, miscommunications, or the energy just feels a little, and for some who are very susceptible to energies, could be a lot heavier. Mercury, the planet of communication that rules over our speech and thought, it begins to lose its flow. And although it may feel like it is happening to us, it is actually happening for us to shift our attention inward, like I said. With this phase happening in Leo, issues around our pride could occur, and it may bring a deep craving to be seen, to be heard, and to be fully understood, even valued. Although Leo's fire increases our boldness, increases our bravery and courage, it also increases a greater desire for validation. I'll speak more about Mercury retrograde as it stations direct, as I said, on July 17th. And for additional messages, we are going first to a deck that I finished the previous video with. We're going to this deck, and I'll tell you why in a minute. It's the Divine Feathers deck. And the reason is that a client of mine who watched my previous video was amazed when she saw the yellow finch card come out. She sent me a photo of a bird that had been following and showing up for her when she visited her parents in New York, and it was none other than the bright yellow finch. And I was only going to choose one bird card to set the general tone for this upcoming week, but another two birds flew in as well. So, the first card that came out for us this week is the hummingbird. Release what you've been carrying and lighten up. New joy is on the way. Such a beautiful card. It is setting the stage for July's performance to unfold with lightness and sweetness and beauty, for hummingbirds are associated with nectar. This signals a time of accomplishments in our lives, and its suggestion to release our burdens is for us to also be light and in high vibrational alignment. And in this way, when we are aligned with the high vibration of the universe, we can be open to receive gifts and rewards and blessings that are ours and ours alone. Past desires, wish fulfillment of things that did not work out in the past, and new opportunities will now be resurfacing. It's perfect as we just entered the pre-shadow phase of the upcoming Mercury retrograde, when things from the past, events and people, have a strange and bizarre way of reappearing in our lives. Although its tiny wings beat faster than any other bird, it is sharing with us to slow down, savor the sweetness in our lives, and enjoy the process of these fulfilled wishes in order for them to unfold. So, thank you, Hummingbird, for coming in. The next card that flew in as well was the hawk, with its message of pay attention. A powerful message is being communicated to you now. Well, perfect. Hawk is a messenger who represents the light that illuminates darkness for us. Hawk has flown in to confirm that the information or the direction we are seeking can come in now, because now we are wise and we are clear enough to receive it and know how to utilize it. Hawk arrives at the perfect moment when we are ready. We're fully ready to step onto our new next path. And with the approach of Mercury retrograde, I like that the hawk is facing backwards, as if he is keeping a keen eye on what events happened in the past, a past connection, a past situation that seemingly didn't work out. These could even be past life connections that will be re-entering our lives with important knowledge, news, and information. The hawk is the great messenger. So, thank you, hawk, for coming in. And the third bird that flew in for us was heron. And wow, all three of these birds, the hummingbird, the hawk, and the heron, they all start with the letter H. Now, H is the eighth letter of the alphabet, and 8 denotes wealth, riches, prosperity, abundance. It could signify for some people to be on the lookout for financial boosts, possibly windfalls, offers, opportunities of abundance, which bring us money within the next 8 days or in 8 days. Heron's message is let go of convention and follow your own unique path. I also like that unlike the hawk, the heron is facing forward, looking for what is coming up for him. With so many in the collective having been on the whirlwind change over the past 2 to 5 years, changes on our relationships, changes in our finances, changes in our locations, changes in our perceptions of ourselves, we now have come home to our authentic selves, and we are bold, strong, and we are courageous enough not to conform and express our unique viewpoints. Heron is indeed patient. He spends a lot of his time looking into reflective pools, relying on relying on what is on the surface, but also what he knows intuitively is right below the surface. After all, most of the times, it is his intuition and his intuitive nature that often results in his next fish dinner. Beautiful that all of those started with the letter H. Use your intuition. Perhaps that's something that is very relevant in your lives. Now over um, the next month, I decided to use two seemingly very different decks. This one is the Kali Oracle, and this one is Love Who You Are. Now, the Kali Oracle, this one, is something a little bit different to what I've used before, but it gives us wisdom from the ferocious grace and the supreme protection of the wild, wild divine mother of Kali. And that one, and this one, the Love Who You Are Oracle, is more from the softness of the protective arms and the nurturing of mothering. And this is mothering ourselves during this very important Cancer season that we are in. So, our first card that came out from the Kali Oracle, just absolutely love these cards, is this one. Take a good look at that card. And it's Bhuvanesvari. Bhuvanesvari. And this card is very much like the sun card in tarot. And she is the rising sun. And she's marking the end of darkness and the replenishment of our life force after devastation and immense challenges. Now, most everyone who has been on the planet for the last 2 to 5 years has been through some sort of immense challenges and devastation. She's creating a clean slate for us now, fresh starts, and her divine radiance attracts only that which is of the highest, supportive, honoring people and circumstances. So, do yourself a favor and lean into this goddess, Bhuvanesvari, for she is there to help us to help protect us and preserve that which is worthy of our hearts. So I love that energy. The next card that is coming out for us is this one. Very different from the first card, with that clean, fresh start of Bhuvanesvari. Our second card is Durga Kalika. And this card reminds us that having fully released our former lives, which are finito, done, buried, we can no longer rely on old ways of support. We need to be open to our divine inspiration, intuitive messages, just like the heron bird that came out, to gracefully and easily know how to proceed in new ways that now reflect our higher dimensional frequencies. With the skull on it, Durga Kalika is like the death card in tarot. It not only speaks of a transformation into a new life, but it portends unexpected success through divine grace. So many of the paths that we are going to be stepping on are karmically um, destined and fated for us now. Beautiful card. Next card is this one. Whoops, and that one just fell on the floor. Actually, it jumped on the floor. Hang on 2 seconds. I'll just get that one. Too hot to handle. Maybe that's why. Look at that face. Oh my gosh. And this card is Ugashkti. Ugashkti. Okay, let's so read what this one is about. Looks pretty fearsome to me. Look at that face. Ugashkti is confirmation of opening to our divine grace and our intuition to ascertain our next steps. This card reminds us that no matter how much we wish for our lives to unfold according to our personal preferences, we need once again to trust in divine grace, spirit, the divine timing of things. Divine grace, and because it fosters a more peaceful relationship with the universe. Um, the universe truly wants the best for us. It's always working for us. A dark cycle has ended when this card comes up, and with it, a new dawn will arise. Exactly what we got from Bunasvari here, which is a clean start and a clean slate and a fresh start. Beautiful wisdom from those Kali Oracle cards. Next card to finish off with is we have a card from Love Who You Are Oracle, a very soft and sweet oracle. And this one is Become an Alchemist. 37 is 10, which is a 1, which is a fresh start and a new beginning. If you are a human being, no matter how evolved you become, then pain is non negotiable. It's an essential accessory to go along with the wonderful flesh suit that we are in that we as spirit are issued to go through a physical life. And suffering from that experience, pain is actually optional because we have free will. If we take the pain that we experienced and we turn it into some form of expression, think of Beethoven with his deafness and his ability to write the Ninth Symphony, the Ode to Joy. It's just unbelievable. And how about Vincent van Gogh's lack of being recognized in his life and his paintings sell for millions and millions of dollars? You can channel your pain into some form of creative expression, painting, dancing, writing, music, singing. It becomes a self expression. It then becomes art. And when we repress our pain, and haven't many of us experienced pain in some way, shape, or form in the last 5 years, it becomes stuck, unable to be transformed into anything, and it remains stuck as suffering. Give your pain voice through creative expression, and by doing so, we see it as something useful, something we can be motivated by, and something that was there to not only teach us, but to imbue us with some wisdom. By being the alchemist, you are actively creating, designing, and you're fashioning an absolutely beautiful life for yourself. You know, becoming an alchemist reminds me of um, the card that I created for my Angel Healing House tarot deck. These are my cards, and I designed the Queen of Swords. This queen, in particular, with all of the challenges that she went through, she took all of the swords that were brandished against her, that stopped her from doing things, that cut her down when she had the audacity and the courage to stand up for herself and to be authentic. And she then took all of those swords and she alchemized them by learning and becoming wise, not in spite of them, but because of them. And then she repurposed each one of them to become her throne for herself, where she now sits empowered, respected, valued, and appreciated. So I hope that's all been helpful for you. Remember that Walk In, Angel Ariel's Weekly Wisdom, airs every week on Saturdays. And if you'd like to find out more about how you can alchemize all of the things that you have been through, all of those trials and those tribulations, all of that pain, I have wonderful emotion code healing sessions where we go into your ancestral and generational line and we find those hidden trapped emotions that you don't even know that are there, that are negatively steering, could be negatively steering your life. And so we can transmute them into the light of the divine and have them work for you instead of against you. Please find me at angelhealinghouse.com, and that phone number is 831 277 3716, and that's Eastern Standard Time. As I mentioned, go out, everyone, and fashion an absolutely beautiful life for yourself. I'm wishing you love, and as always, angel blessings, and I look so forward to speaking with you again next week. Take care, everyone. Bye.